Hello, welcome. Hello, everyone. I'm just, I'm so excited right now that this deck arrived just as I left for work. It arrived, I opened it during breakfast, and I went, why didn't you come on Friday? I wanted to do this on Friday, and now it's Monday, and I'm like, now I'm doing it now. Doesn't matter. I get to come home and play with a new deck. So, if you haven't noticed, this is the Modern Witch Tarot deck by Lisa Sturl. And I was on the fence about it, okay? I was on the fence about it, and I went, do I really need this deck? Do I really want it? Then I saw a flip through of the art, and I went, oh, so it is Rider-Waite-Smith. Just some bits of it, not the whole thing. I want to keep some bits as a surprise. I only go through the majors and then stop if I really want the deck. Because the star card is my card. Then there was like other things, like how they modernized like the Hermit. I think the Hermit's on the side here, like hermitizing herself here by turning off her laptop. It's unreal. Like I'm amazed at how she did this. And I know this was an indie deck. I think the indie deck was gilded. I think it was all over like tarot groups everywhere on Facebook and Instagram, and I was like going, oh my god, this deck is just blown up like out of nowhere. Like it was a bit, it caught my attention more than other ones like Radiant Wise Smith or Radiant Wise Tarot or something like that, you know. Radiant Wise Spirit, yeah, it just caught my attention a bit more than other decks. Pretty much like how, you know, Rebecca Campbell's one, Starseed, caught my attention because I went, oh my god, she only has another deck out, blah blah blah. That kind of thing. Like, it just caught my attention really, really interesting, and the box is so unique as well. Like the notch is down here instead of like a top hat, like a tuck box or something, but it is a top hat box. It's just like a full body top hat, I call it. Top hat is where it's like the half bit that pops up. And it just comes all the way up. I literally took the cover off, that's all I did. Can we, that's, oh god, the inside, guys. Hold on, let me turn on the flashlight on the, if I can. I can't turn on the flash. But look at that. Like the fact that they did the inside of the box, even though people can't see that. And this is what got me when I just opened it. I just took it off so I could see, was it stiff or not. This is how it comes, and there's this little bit of plastic cardboard here to stop it falling out, but it nearly fell out there. And I thought that was interesting. I don't know if there's something down here. There's just a gap. I'm really curious about this layout. Let's see now. Oh, it all comes out together. This is interesting. Oh, you take the cardboard out with it? This is very interesting. Oh yeah, look. It's like glued to the bottom. Hold on a second. Ever so slightly. That's such a... Oh, I get it. I was supposed to lift it out like this. Like a kind of a... Like I looped it up. That's really ingenious, actually. By now we just tip it out, so... Okay, so I was told by I was told by my friend that this is quite a chunky deck. Like it's chunkier than Grand Deluxe. I'll get Grand Deluxe out in a minute. The Chiara Marchetti one. It's much chunkier than that, apparently. So I have it in a this is a handmade bag by one of my tarot friends, Anya, and I use it all the time for the, it has to go for this one. So this is the Tarot Grand Deluxe, and I want to see how chunky it is compared to it. Wow, you can actually see a difference. She did, my friend Elizabeth from in Sweden just showed me this, and I went, good lord, that is chunky. And I thought this was chunky compared to this. Like, you know, chunky as in like, it looks like there's a lot more cards, but it's not. But yeah, like I was really intrigued by this because of how they put modern things in it to make the tarot modern, obviously. Like, even the guidebook here, now this little, it's hardback, it's so adorable looking at it. I like it, it's just a straightforward little card. Black and white, it's fine. Let me see, is there spreads? Someone was saying to me, there better be spreads. Extra cards. The final card is a little bit of an inspiration from me to you. And we have everything is fine as well. So there's the everything is fine card. Okay. We have some spreads. The inner wheel. We have the cunning path. The 4 powers. And past, present, future, and then 1 card. That's nice. I like. Right, so we'll get into this deck. Let's see now. I'll get my scissors because it's really tight in there. It's touch and go when that happens. Okay. I always do that little bend, as I said before. Gilding is more needed to crack the gilding. First off, can I just say that this deck is like so light for being so thick, if that makes sense. And we'll start with the Fool, just for a second. Oh my god! That's unbelievably durable. Like, that's card. Like, that's not like soft card. It's not like an Oracle deck card. It's like, that's not even flimsy. This is definitely about 400 plus GSM. That's insane. I don't know why I'm getting very Zelda vibes, like Link and Zelda vibes from this. I don't know why. So if Lisa ever sees this and they're going, you're getting very Zelda vibes from this. If she's a fan of Zelda, great. So there's the Fool. I think later on I will do a comparison with the Rider-Waite-Smith. I have the US Games one and we'll just go with that. But we're just gonna... This is supposed to be a clone, not its own thing. It is its own thing, but it's a clone. So, I think from after the majors, I'll do what I did with Enchanted Dreams. I'll do the majors, talk through it, and then play some music, all that stuff. So we'll just carry on. But there's the Fool. The little dog. Oh, she has a backpack and an iPod. Yes. Or is it her phone? I don't know. Because, oh, see, I work with kids and I'm like, if I say iPod, they don't know what it is. And I'm there going, what? Or they see, oh, it's just mad. But it's like, I love how this mother thing, she's like, I'm going with the flow, I'm going on a walk, got my backpack, got my favourite dress on, and I'm listening to my favourite playlist. And the dog is just like, please watch out. I like it, it's nice. The Magician, which is the box art. This is the one that really intrigued me because I'm going to say it, there's diversity in it. And it's like obvious diversity. Like, and I like all the like feminine touches to it. I say that, the whole thing's feminine. But I say feminine, but then I think when we get to the lovers, you'll see that you're like, it could be, or it's not. You don't know. It's really pretty. And it's like glossy, but not so glossy that it's slippery or that kind of oily texture. It's really nice. Like, it just feels, I'm gonna say, so not so glossy that, as I said, it's slippery. It's not like how Radiant Wise Smith is. It's like its own. It's like a really. I'm unbelievable. I'm so shocked by the sturdiness of the cards. The High Priestess. I love how I'm getting Professor vibes. She was like, yes, what do you want? Do you want some help? Sure. And then she has her laptop out. Off she goes. And those boots. Can we talk about the boots? This one I love because I was watching the review. I was watching, the girl pointed out that there's no pomegranates on the dress of the Empress. It's lemons, and I'm there going, that's a nod to Beyonce. Totally a nod to Beyonce, because that's just so cute and funny. And the Emperor is a female, but then again, the more you stare at it, you can totally tell it couldn't be. It could be, because in this day and age, like, you know, there shouldn't be no labels, honestly. There honestly shouldn't be any labels. But like, if you want to put a label on it, go for it, because then you can just explain. See, I'm a person who is, I'm straight. That's it. You know, I'm just basic. I'm basic. But for some people out there who don't want to put a label on it but want to come out, go for it. I just want to learn. I would love to learn, like sit down with someone and learn all this stuff, because I'm from a generation where people were like kind of opening the doors and going, hello, am I allowed out? Is it okay? That kind of thing. So growing up, we never knew what it was. Not as much as the generation before, like my parents kind of thing. So the 80s and the 70s and 80s, where it was really taboo. But now, this kind of thing, I want to like learn more. Sorry, I got aside. I went on a tangent there. But yeah, I want to learn more about this other world that's going to be a part of my world as I'm growing up. Because in the future, if I have children, I would like to explain it to them. And I can't explain something I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Wow, that Emperor card brought out a lot, didn't it? Wow, that Hierophant. Interesting. I like how there's like a little nod to Pixie's handwriting, just ever so slightly. And this is the one, the Lovers. Now, what I love about this is not only are they two different, like, skin tones, but you cannot tell what's what. Like, okay, people go, oh, long hair, that's a woman. And, oh, short hair, that's a man. But you don't know. Like, a guy can have long hair and a girl can have a pixie cut. And again, I think I can't remember the review I was watching, but she says, a butt is a butt. And I love that one, a butt is a butt. And I love this angel being all blue and in the black. And I love how it's nighttime. But what I don't get is I know there's a snake here representing like the Eve or the Eden, Garden of Eden, but why is this one on fire? I wonder if I haven't noticed that before. Maybe it was on fire. And they're going, am I only noticing this now? Am I only noticing that the tree has been on fire this whole time? 9 years into tarot and I've only just realised that the tree is on fire. I like this, the kind of Harley Davidson chick. Badass. I'm getting kind of Jughead vibes, like from Riverdale. I'm getting that kind of vibe, and I love it. I love the Sphinxes are like these pets going, yeah, we're having a ride with this woman here. I like this. Now, I do agree with what the reviewer, I can't remember her name. If I do find it, I'll link it below, because there's no harm in promoting other people. I agree with, why is there high heels? And what I do like about this strength card is that the lion is just chill. He's been tamed. He's just like, do you know what? I like her. I'm gonna just keep quiet and wear my flower crown with pride. So that's like really cute and funny. The Hermit card. I think this is the best Hermit card. It's like she's just like, I'm not gonna listen to the media and the outside world. I'm just gonna withdraw and do my own thing. But I like this kind of free spirit kind of vibe of her. Like, she's finally freeing herself. Oh goodness, that flew off. When I saw this one, I got Jacqueline Wilson vibes. That's an author I grew up with when I was younger, and I got really in depth, like Jacqueline Wilson vibes, and I loved those books. Like, they were amazing. for when you're a kid and you don't know what's going on. And I remember there was something that happened when I was 11, and I had a friend, and when I was 11 she was my best friend. We were both 11, and she was diagnosed with a terminal illness, and she passed away. And it was like my second dealing thing with death kind of thing. And my mum got me this book by Jacqueline Wilson called Vicky Angel, and it got me through it because it was about this girl who witnessed her friend getting hit by a car, and the friend, she sees her friend again, but her friend doesn't realise she's gone, and her friend's like helping her through like this grieving process. And it's really sweet. Like, it's such a nice, like, child, like a young preteen story. Sorry, this deck is bringing out some topics. Justice. The Hanged One. Like that, don't give it a label. So, but like, because on the Mystic Mondays tarot, it says Hanged Woman. So, because it is a woman on it, but this is Hanged One, because we don't need to assume what her sexuality is. I like it. For a second I thought she was hanging by her laces, but she's not. No, she's not. I want to apologise for the quality of the video yesterday. My iPad just couldn't handle the lighting, and it got all fuzzy and weird looking. So I'm using my phone today just to see, is it the iPad itself? I might have to get the camera looked at. The only male figure, and he's just like, yeah, he's dead. Or maybe this is a male, but I like how it's a hoodie. Those kind of over the face hoodies. I can't think of what they're called. Not a balaclava, but it's that kind of, the hoodies that go all the way up to your face. The zip all the way up. Temperance. I love the rainbow colours rather than the rainbow in the background. The red wings are just amazing. I think I picked up. This is very. The first thing I noticed was the devil is cross-eyed. He's like looking left and right. What's that? That's brilliant. And the other thing is they're both facing away like the lovers. So like that could be a man, that could be a woman, that could be a woman, that could be a man. I like it. I like it. It's good. And they're like not facing each other. Oh my goodness. So there's the tower, and the first thing I noticed was that someone was impaled. Did anyone else know the tower? Someone was impaled? My goodness. Still gets the point across, but I've just never seen someone impaled on the tower card. This got me because it was very familiar, because I am a curvy woman, and it's nice to see that she's not always skinny. The star card, and it's nice to know that like the card I resonate to has that. It's lovely. I like that. That's beautiful. The moon. What I like about this is interesting. It's like those it's like a festive party, and they're just going off to do, I don't know what they're doing exactly. It's like a Woodstock or Burning Man situation. Wearing masks. One's a dog. One wants to be wild. One wants to be calm. And then I don't know what's with the woman being the shadowy woman being a crayfish. I'm gonna read up on this. I do hope that she does do one with a bigger kind of guide and a really in-depth book, or the book itself, because I'd really love to know what's behind some of the symbolism of why she changed this one thing to be this. Do you know? I like that. Oh no, I'm never one for the sun card, because it's always just a baby naked on a horse. But this is lovely. I think it's just this mint colour that's going on in the sky. It's like, it is a minty blue, and I like the sun's face. I don't know, it's not like, it looks sharp. It's nice. Judgment. First thing I notice is everyone's a different body height and size. And I like that because they're not all. Firstly, they're not all white. They're not all like just a standard white person. Like, you know, that not everyone's white. That's the whole point of humanity. We're not all the same. Wow, this world card. I like that. Okay, now we're getting into the minors. We're going to get into this, and it's just chill and quiet. And if there's a card I want to talk about, I might put it aside and talk about it. Rather than going, oh, there's this card I think like what it did. So from here on, there's just music. Alright then, so that was the flip through. I'll discuss the cards I picked out. I do love those two extra cards actually. I'll put them in. I might have this in my background actually from now on because it's real nice, and or the little saying like just stuck up there because that is phenomenal. Like that's just gorgeous. I like this. Everything is fine. I'll get onto the Ten of Swords itself first before I get into this. But yeah, no, they're lovely cards. Let's go into the ones I picked out. You probably saw me going left and then right. I started off with the Ace of Wands. Sorry. It's the first time I've seen a vehicle in, or something moving in the Eight of Wands rather than just wands throwing through the air. So it just shows you that there is a rush of speed and getting things done. So I thought I'd mention that because that was just really interesting. The Queen of Wands, I can't remember the name. I was thinking, I nearly said alopecia and I was like, that's the wrong one, that's the hair loss thing. But it's the one where someone has different patches of pigment in their skin, and I absolutely love that the Queen of Wands has this, because it's nothing, it's not wrong, if that makes sense in that word. It's not wrong, it's not a bad thing, it's just how you were born into this world, and like embrace it like this queen is doing. She goes, yeah, I am mismatched, so what? And I like it. I like it. It's so nice to see that, like just different types of people. The Six of Cups, I like this. I like how it's like, I feel like this is a teenager or a young adult or the big sister kind of going, here's the advice that needs to prepare you when I was your age. I just like how it's an older person, like an obvious one, rather than just a taller child giving a child the memories of her childhood and saying, oh, this is what I did when I was your age and stuff like that. So it's really nice to see that. This Three of Swords, I'm so proud that it's bleeding, and I like how it's black. I'm not saying, oh, my heart is just so black. Ugh. Not like that, but more like, rather than just being stabbed and just sitting there in the rain, it's actually bleeding. So it's like, how would I put it? It's like the betrayal and the heartbreak and the pain. It's temporary. Like it's temporary, okay? Like, how would you heal a cut or bleeding? You'd stop and heal it and mend it, and then it will stop bleeding. So that's the whole point. I like this kind of, oh, I just like how it's ink though, not blood. I like how it's ink, because there's one, I think it's the Illuminati tarot. It has an anatomical heart, and I like that. It's different. It's an anatomically correct heart, rather than like a love heart. But still, like, it's different. Like, it's so different, and I like that. Now, people were saying, not people, but some of the reviews I've seen, they were annoyed that the swords are hanging up on the wall rather than one beside her bed. But if you think about it, it's the modern witch tarot, not the Rider-Waite-Smith, because no one would have a sword by their bed. But I like how her hand is on her eyes and her face, like she's resting from a migraine. Like, that's the modern thing, is that we lie down when we have migraines, we lie down when we're tired, we lie down when we have a headache. Take a moment to go, whoa, you have a headache, take a painkiller and a nap. And like you could see, I feel like it's like this kind of evening sunset time, so like she's after finishing work or something off early, and she takes a painkiller and just rests, or just tries and like, she's doing that thing where you pinch the bridge of your nose like to get rid of the migraine. And I like how it's a modern version of it. It's like, it's just not a modern version of a migraine, but a modern version of the Four of Swords, rather than like these are decorative, rather than she's actually going to use it like the way a knight would in the original Four of Swords. Since it's the modern take, I feel like it's her just recovering from a migraine or a headache. And I like that. She's actually lying there going, oh, or she, as women go, because where her other hand is, it could be, you know, that time of month. And she's just like, oh, I feel like I'm dying. Just let me lie down here for a bit. It could be that, but I feel like it's more of a migraine. It is Ten of Swords. I love it. As metaphorical as the swords are, saying you've been stabbed in the back, you're betrayed, she's holding her phone. The phone, like our phones now, like I'm even filming on my phone, like that's how modernized and advanced they've gotten. But they're also the source of like so much anxiety, and like if someone's messaged you something, it's the start of another betrayal. Like someone just goes, like if someone messages you going, listen, I've been seeing your ex on the side, and you probably would feel a little bit betrayed because they didn't ask if you're on good terms with them or whatever. That kind of thing. Like your phone is a window to so much anxiety, right? But like, don't get me wrong, the internet and the phone are just amazing. Like, you know, it's amazing what we can do now. Like, I can message my friend in Sweden and then message my friend in America in 2 seconds. I was growing up where you would have to, probably so many young people under the age of 29 will not know what I'm talking about. Maybe 25. We used dial-up. That's where your mom would yell at you, like, get off Google. You turn off Google or turn off the internet, and then you would hear the phone making this weird noise. If you just look up Google or dial-up noise, it will make a noise, and that's when you knew someone was on the phone. So they can call your nan going, hi, listen, do you want to come over for dinner on Saturday? Yeah. And then you hang up and then continue on Google. Oh my god. So that's what I grew up with, was slow and steady internet, and internet was there to just go, I'm going to do my school project, and that was it. Right? It wasn't to go on and talk to people. It wasn't to go on and shop. It was so barren. But now it's so accessible, and to be honest, it's amazing. But in regards to this card, I went on another tangent. I do. This deck is bringing out a chatterbox in me. You can see like she's upset because her friends maybe are ignoring her, or she's being excluded, or she's seeing some drama going on, and that's the betrayal, the modern version of betrayal. It's not like how the Rider-Waite-Smith does it. It's the guy lying down as if he's been bombarded by his troops, kind of thing, or he's been betrayed by his troops, kind of thing. It's not like that. It's not like, I'll avenge my family and my house. It's nothing like that anymore. It's more like a metaphorical backstabbing rather than a literal. I had to add the Eight of Pentacles in here because I found out that this is a homage, or just a little nod to the artist. I think it's Lisa herself, or is it Lisa herself, I believe? Just want to make sure that she didn't, like, it's not just the author and she didn't collab with someone. Hold on a second. Images and text by Lisa. No, it is Lisa herself. Okay. So, I was told that this is actually Lisa herself. And I love how it's such a familiar scenario for me, because she's an artist. She's drawing on a tablet. And it's the Eight of Pentacles, so she's working hard here on one. She has one printed off. And these are the other 6 that she's done. And she's currently just finishing off the editing. Like, I'm going to say, well done, Lisa. Like, this is a beautiful deck. And I'm not normally one to jump on the hype train, if that makes sense. I usually wait a bit. Like, I wait until, as I said at the start, like, I wasn't, like, jumping ahead, because I'm at the stage where I want to, I'm going to shuffle the cards now. I'm at the stage where I want to be a bit more diligent. Oh my goodness, that's so stiff. I want to be diligent in what decks I pick, rather than just going, that's pretty, I'm going to buy that, and then end up not using it. When I was like, I actually want to get decks I will use. Give me a second while I'm shuffling. But basically, yeah, I want to be a bit more, not choosy, but just more certain. And for sure that I will use this tarot deck. Or, do you know, like, I've only bought 3 decks so far of 2020. Like, I ordered them in Christmas time. So when they got here, they technically are the 2020 decks. Rather than just going, that's pretty, I'll add that to my collection. Just to be in the crowd, part of the in crowd. But no, I wanted to pick this card here. Justice. I want to see what the book says about this. But yeah, I wanted to just be not wasting space with decks that I don't want to, that I wanted but don't want to use, and they just look nice kind of thing. I just want to be able to use my decks, okay? So I've reduced my deck collection so much. And even with the cleanup, like that cleanup video I did, before that there's like been so many spring cleans, okay? Like so many. And yeah, it's just nice to see that. Okay, so let's see what Lisa says about the Justice card. And I'll just zoom in a bit there. The choices we make shape who we are. Justice, white red robe, like coat. I would have thought it was a Borg coat. You know those teddy bear coats? You know the teddy bear, like the kind of fluff. I just think she's wearing that. She does not treat her task lightly. And the balance scales indicates that she is weighing all the options before her. Justice seeks to uncover deep understanding of moral and ethical truths. And once she's found the right path, she's ready to take action and use her sword. Use that sword. You have to take responsibility for every choice you make. If you drift through life without examining your choices, yeah, if you just go in like, I don't want to do it because, you know, F that. And I'm like, yeah, but look at the mess you left because you said F that. That kind of thing. Like, you have to think of the choices you make in life, because it could affect the people around you. I'm not saying that's a big thing, but it could hurt them, and you don't want that. And what they say about you and your values. See, that's what I was saying, like about more like your values rather than do what people say. Guys, I will leave that there because this is just an amazing deck. I'm gonna let it probably loosen up a bit and stuff, and let it so it won't be as stiff, because I hope it bends a bit more. I've seen people edge it as well. I don't know if I'll edge it. I have a metallic green. Maybe, I don't know. I'll test it on one of the end cards. I'll leave that there, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm sorry I did a little bit of tangents and stuff and a little bit of rambles, but like this deck just brought that out in me. And like, you know, it's one of those decks that needed to be made, because the topics that came out when I was talking about them needed to be said, because you can't hide them anymore. It's 2020. Do you know, like, here in our country as well, we're the first country, Ireland is the first country to say yes to same-sex marriage. So we started that trend of referendums, and I voted for that as well, and I nearly cried, like, hearing that. I'm not even like, I don't consider myself as part of Pride, because again, I'm straight, but like, I like being a part of it and seeing people happy. And I remember that day, like, seeing the videos of, I think it was about 25 couples, lesbian, gay, whatever it was, getting married on the steps of Dublin City Hall, and I just thought that was beautiful, because they couldn't do it here. They were getting civil partnerships and they couldn't get married, and I was like going, oh, it's a beautiful thing. But like, that's what this deck has brought out a lot. I might cut back on some of these topics, like, whoa. Anyway, I'll leave that there, guys, and I'll see you all very soon.